food delivery apps, we can't not talk about Zomato. Now, we don't know whether profit was in the books or in reality, but there was profit. And that profit, it appears, seemed to have turned around Zomato's fortunes in the 2023.
So 2 quarters of profits. I think the first quarter Q1 profitability came on account of something to do with taxes, etc. Something in the books. I don't remember really what. It was a complex story. Paper profits, yeah. But the second quarter and profits coming out in the second quarter, obviously, you know, one ray of hope in this whole question mark on aggregators, food delivery aggregators, quick commerce delivery platforms, etc. So, yeah, the fact that Zomato has turned profitable is something that does well for the entire industry. In fact, now that Zomato is a listed company, has been a listed company for about 2.5 years now, it has also become a multi-bagger. And the fact that it has returned good value back to shareholders just paints a very, very beautiful picture for startups wanting to go the listing way, for startups wanting to open their books to scrutiny, for startups you know, not trying to hide or brush things under the carpet because by virtue of being unlisted. I think in all of those, Zomato has been able to tick the right boxes. Now, the fact is that while the food delivery business has become profitable, I'm not sure if the Grofers Blinkit acquisition has turned profitable yet, but I'll have to sort of, you know, check back on that. But that notwithstanding, I think it is good news for a company like Swiggy as well. And Swiggy and Zomato compete neck to neck. Absolutely. So it's good news for Swiggy, and the fact that Swiggy was also one of the companies whose values was underwritten in the books of investors, including Prosus. Though there wasn't a down round, it's not that Swiggy raised money at a lower valuation, but because the value was written down, partly owing to the funding winter in any case in the world, I think all of that would be left behind in 2023, and there should be better days ahead in 2024.
All right, and before we close this bulletin, Krishna, last word, funding winter, has it gone away? Are the traces of funding winter still to be felt, heard, or winter thawing finally?
If you ask some of the people out there, some people in the startup ecosystem, investors and others, they'll tell you, when was this winter? What do you mean by winter? The right companies with the right ideas and the right business fundamentals were always getting funding. It was just not the kind of madness that we saw a couple of years before, but just about you just come up with an idea, and based on a one-line idea, people were getting billions of dollars in funding. So if you honestly ask me, there is actually a question mark of whether there was a funding winter. Yes, the overall numbers might seem down, but at the end of the day, the right companies got the kind of money that they wanted.
All right, and that is as far as India's startup community is concerned. We do know now that pandemic is behind us. The companies who were banking on their growth and success during pandemic cannot do so anymore. But winter, funding winter, as my colleagues pointing out, never existed perhaps, but seems like is finally thawing when it comes to many of these companies reviving their fortunes. 2024 would be interesting to watch out for.